Good afternoon, you guys. Thank you all for being here. Dustin, Red Robin, Justin, Johnny, Lucas, Sven, David, Gavin, Mr. Jackpots. Good afternoon. Thank you guys for showing up. Whitney, Mallory, JD, Sky, good afternoon. Thank you guys all for being here. We're gonna go do some fishing. We need a fishing rod. Yes, that's a critical part. Let's go take care of that. We'll work on professions for a bit while we let people kind of filter into the stream. Monica, good afternoon. Thanks for stopping by.
Can I assist you? Farewell.
Alex, welcome to the stream, man. Thanks for being here. Patrick, good afternoon. It's too bad we can't fish in the Moonwell. I wonder if we can fish here. Probably not. Let's give it a shot anyway. Your cast did not land in fishable water. Fair enough. What if I try it in the Moonwell? I need to try to find the cooking recipes for all of the fish. And the best place probably would have been in Darnassus. The trainer in Dalaran has some. I wonder if he'll have the ones we need. It often seems that, like, the recipe we can buy is often not for the brilliant small fish. But I will have a look. The cooking trainer has small fish. Awesome. Thank you. I guess I could apply the bauble that I got. Alex, you got DC'd a couple times last night? Was that while you were doing hardcore stuff? Wow, that's really weird, man. That's not a safe place to be when you're running a hardcore character. When you can't anticipate how long you'll stay connected. Yeah, there's not going to be... Yeah, I don't know how you would do it right now. I'm not sure how you would prove like anything one way or another. And that's probably why you're not going to be able to appeal on the Blizz server either, because I think it gets really hard to prove like how the disconnect happened, why the disconnect happened. You know, we've had a couple of disconnects that were just like my internet like had a little fluke, and we suddenly did not have any ability to connect to the server. And so like it didn't seem like something on my end, but like it did kind of. It didn't seem like it was server end because the stream would stop too, you know. And yeah, I mean, in a self-imposed challenge, if I died in that circumstance, I'd probably just keep going. But on the official servers, that's probably not going to be an option. Appealing, like, yeah, JD, it more means that, like, somebody has to get paid to, like, read and look at tickets and investigate stuff. Yeah, they literally have to pay somebody to, like, do a job. And, you know, they don't want to do that, you know, as much as they can, they don't want to do that. They don't want to pay someone to do a job. That's less money for Bobby. Less yacht money. Lisa, good afternoon. Thanks for being here. Whitney, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you get better. Gavin, would I recommend classic or retail version for a new player? I would recommend probably classic first. I would recommend classic Wrath of the Lich King. And do that for a little while. And see if you like that. Retail is hard for new players to get into. They don't do a very good job of guiding you to content that is easy to consume and that makes sense. Like they give you a little starting scenario for level 1 to 10 in retail, which is a really cool like little starting scenario. But then they pop you down in one of the major cities, and there's lots of ways to get sidetracked in the major cities. Lots of quests available, lots of command boards that can send you to different places. There's Chromie, you have to know about time walking and how that works. Otherwise, they push you into Battle for Azeroth content, which in my opinion is not a very great slice of World of Warcraft. But yeah, I'd say try retail first. And then if you or try classic first, classic Wrath, and then if you like that, then put your toes into retail a little bit. But understand that like the beginning of the game for a new player after Exile's Reach is kind of confusing. As far as like what you need to do, because you have so many options and the game kind of just puts all the options right in front of you. Like the way to play retail is to do the 1 to 10, you know, experience in your race's starting area, not Exile's Reach. So, and I don't know if new players can do that. I'd say check that out in retail. If as a new player you can make a human and choose to go to Northshire Abbey, or, you know, make a Tauren and choose to go to Mulgore. If you can do that choice as a new player now, instead of Exile's Reach, then I would say do that. That's going to be like a much better experience than doing the Exile's Reach into BFA. Which is what they've wanted people to do, I think, up until now. I think there was a change made in 10.17 though. I don't think new players get forced to do BFA anymore if they know how to not do BFA. That's the trick. It's like, yeah, you might not have to do BFA, but do you know what else to do as a new player? Jackie, good afternoon. Thanks for being here. The fishing is like cardio before a workout. It is a little bit of a warm-up. Yeah, I mean, I mainly do it so that people can see that the stream is live and have a chance to filter in. But sometimes I think it's probably really strange, though, to someone who's like not familiar with the channel and they're stopping by for the first time, and then all they see me doing is fishing. They're probably like, yeah, unclick. So, you know, it's kind of like a double-edged sword, in a way. Marlena, good afternoon. Yeah, Alex, yeah, to be fair, the title is obviously clickbait. Yep. That's true. You know, I don't have enough space in the title to, like, accurately describe it. You know, otherwise I'd be like, but starting off with some fishing and professions. You know, I could put it in the description, maybe. I don't know if anybody actually looks at the description of the videos at all. So there's that. The clickbait is that I'm actually doing questing or dungeons. That's the clickbait part of the title. If someone's gonna see that, they're gonna click on it, and then they're gonna find me fishing. And they're gonna be like, oh, clickbait and fishing? Yeah, I get the, I got it. I got the fishing joke in there now. It takes me a minute to get, like, really simple jokes. Yeah, I didn't see it at first. It was like the joke somebody told yesterday when my kid popped on stream. How many tickles does an octopus need? It needs 10 tickles. An octopus needs 10 tickles. Get it? I didn't get it at first. I stared at it for a long time. My kid got it first. Your mind is reeling. Okay, I see what we're doing. I see what we're doing. Was it bad? Yeah. I mean, I thought it was good only because it took me a long time to get it. Yeah. My kid loved it. I was dumbfounded. Yeah, simple things often go right over my head. I had to start saying it, like, kind of out loud almost before I got it. It didn't come off with me just, like, reading it for some reason. Oh god, see, David, they all start so bad. Like, when it starts like that, I almost don't want to know. I almost don't want to know. JD, yeah, the fishing is super boring. Yeah, it's kind of why I start with it. It gives me a button to push and, like, progression to make while we're just kind of hanging out chatting in the beginning of the stream. Otherwise, like, when I tried to do fishing prior to doing it this way, I never progressed it very far. If I do it in this way and I do it methodically every start of every stream, it's probably the only way that it gets done. The same thing with cooking to a certain degree. Will this character be 60? I mean, maybe in the fullness of time, sure. The great thing is we don't have to worry about staying alive, so the character just gets to keep existing. She's not going anywhere. No one ever has to come and ask me if she's dead because we're not playing her on a certain day. Like, yeah, I would like to continue this character and just have it be persistent. You know, even if we're not doing it every single day. Yes. It would be nice to have a persistent character in Classic Era. Because aside from this character, we really don't. Fish while you're in the DPS queue, Mallory. That's a good idea. That'll be a lot better when they add looking for dungeon. Because then you'll know you'll have like 12 or 15 minutes of fishing and cooking or whatever, then you're going to get a queue pop. I used to read books in real life while waiting for queue pops as DPS back in the day. Should I pin a comment about the hardcore characters? So that people know they're still alive? I feel like that might be a good idea. What kind of books while I was doing that, I read books that I would not normally have read. So I read Hemingway. I read the original Sherlock Holmes books. Like I had a big collection of both. And so I read through that stuff. Like stuff I would not normally have used my free time to read. That was what I read when I was waiting for DPS queue. Back in like my mid-20s. Let's go do a little bit of cooking. But that's not indicative of the kinds of books I read today. Like, today I'm reading through Brandon Sanderson's Cosmere books. But that was just what I read then. Kind of like a self-imposed thing. Alright, let's see if we can get the recipes. Ah, here we go. I should probably just grab the ones we're going to learn soon. I don't want to fill my bags up. We'll grab these two.
Be careful.
And then we'll just kind of wait on the others. Alright, now if we can find like a fire... Oh, we could probably cook right here. We can light ourselves on fire right here. Awesome, there we go. Oh no, we're still on fire. Okay, there we go. We're fine now. This guy kind of startled me when he started groaning and moving around. That was a little bit strange, I have to admit. Cooking while on fire, yeah. Cook 50 fish while on fire. Alright, I feel like I want to spend the silver to buy additional bags also. Let's buy the rest of our 6-slot bags. I know as soon as we do that, we'll probably get a bunch of bag drops. But, yeah, I feel like it's worth it if I can find the general goods vendor. So what level are we also? Level 10, okay. Maybe they're across the way. Grabbing first aid would probably be smart.
I am listening. Good luck, friend.
Alright, that's a little better. We are going to venture into the Barrow Den today. We are going to get the Relics of Awakening. There's another quest in there too for like the druid that has his body taken over or something. We'll do all that stuff. And we should be at an okay level to do it. Now that we can dual wield, it should be fine. And we'll do this before we do the stuff up in the north part of the zone. And maybe today we'll see Moss Twined Heart. There's a named guy that supposedly drops an item to begin a quest, and I've never seen the guy. Now granted, I'm not like the biggest Night Elf player, but I have played quite a few Night Elves through the zone, and I've never seen him at all. Somebody told me he was on a really long respawn timer. But I'm kind of hoping at some point we can come across him. Would be awesome. Solid shirt choice. I don't have a lot of choices, so this is one of the few. But I do agree with you. Why do you see level 20 rogues melting enemies, and when you play it, you nearly died almost every time? What version of the game? And did you put a weapon in each hand? Because dual wielding makes a big difference. Like if you don't dual wield, then you're not going to do a lot of damage. I noticed like right at level 10 there's a big uptick in damage because you can dual wield. That's kind of what I noticed. Like prior to level 10 you can kind of start to feel weak against that level enemies. The way to get into this place, I'm not sure. Not actually sure how to get in. I gotta pin the comment about the hardcore characters. And how I'm taking a little break. There we go, I will pin that, and we will see how many more times people have to wonder. Rezero, try a warrior if you haven't. I don't really like classes that transform me either. The druid's always hard for me because it is a cool class. But I don't want to be a bear for 100 hours, and I don't want to be a moonkin, and I don't want to be a cat. I kind of just want to be my character, whatever that happens to look like. And so yeah, I also have trouble with the druid. And the shadow priest, kind of, to some extent. We are definitely going to need bandages. Especially because... oh, we do have some food. This is our best option to eat it raw. I need to save it to cook, but... the brilliant small fish... okay, we could do that. Let's do that. Let's put this here. And also, like, keep in mind, like, a lot of the classes do feel weak until level 10. It's almost intentional. Like, the Rogue doesn't get dual wield till 10, the Hunter doesn't get a pet till 10, the Warlock gets their Voidwalker at 10. Yeah, I feel like a lot of classes are, like, the Druid has to cast Wrath constantly and then sit and drink until 10. A lot of classes are kind of designed to feel weak in the beginning part of their journey. And then the power grows. It's, you know, it's not like retail where, like, the power curve is kind of flat. You start feeling powerful, the middle is powerful, the end is powerful. Classic era is like a low powered hero fantasy. And retail is like a high powered hero fantasy. So in a low powered hero fantasy, you're going to feel weak, especially in the beginning. A lot of classes start to feel strong in like 20s, 30s sometimes. So you can kind of expect that feeling on most characters. But the power should continue to grow. It doesn't really spike. It spikes at 10 and then it grows, basically. Think about it like that. Okay, yeah, Mage is OP all the way. Yeah. Yeah, you just cast your spell and, like, you win. Yes. The Mage is basically, like, overpowered, yeah. I mean, you burn through lots of mana, but, you know, if we're talking about getting through a combat, then yeah, the Mage is strong and, like, continues to be. The Mage does just get stronger though over time. But yeah, it doesn't. I don't know what it gets at level 10, but yeah, it starts strong and kind of continues to grow. I mean, so far, even up to level 10, I've been having an okay time with the Rogue, and I'm not super familiar with the class in Classic Era. And it's felt good for me. You know, we haven't had to stop and heal a lot. The energy lets us go from pull to pull in a way that, like, a lot of classes can't do. Having stealth is fun. I feel like it's good. Jeffrey, I don't know if there's a best class. I mean, everybody's different, right? Everybody kind of prefers different styles of combat. Like me, I prefer melee. You know, so for me, the Mage would not necessarily be the best class. It is a very powerful class. The downside, every class kind of has upsides and downsides. The upside of the Mage is that in a single combat, yeah, you're going to be able to kill stuff pretty efficiently. The downside is that if you do that, if you put out the most damage that you can, you're going to have to sit and drink your mana back after, like, every other pull. But so you find ways to be mana efficient, which means that you're not blowing somebody up every single fight. You're kind of trying to be conservative. But yeah, every class has, like, positives and negatives. So it really kind of comes down, you want to ask yourself first, like, what kind of character do you want to be? Do you want to be in their face hitting them? Do you want to be at range hitting them? That's, like, the first question to answer. And then you can kind of go from there to decide, like, what's best for you. Because they all have, like, good and bad things, you know? And as far as, like, the best class, everyone will give you a different answer to that. Operation, what profession do I think will be the most popular when hardcore comes out? I have no idea. I think people are going to be able to do professions a lot more normally and naturally, since we'll be able to use the auction house and we'll be able to get those components that we need from other professions. I don't think there's going to be a big limiter. With the limitations, I would say, like, that we currently have in hardcore, like herbalism, alchemy is probably the most popular, but I think it's gonna run the gamut because we're not going to be locked out of the auction house. My wife let me know we have a storm coming through soon. Kind of hoping it won't be a big one. But be warned, guys, I have a storm coming through. It's not here yet. Right now it's still mostly cloudy. Like, in the basement office, if she doesn't tell me, then I won't even know what's happening outside. I hope it's not the wall of green from last week, Mike. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping it's a little bit just more of like a normal little storm front coming through. And that it'll be fine. We didn't lose power or internet last time either, but I should knock on my desk here because who knows what could happen. This fight's gonna suck. I should have went after the shaman first. I should have switched off too, but I'm gonna try to kill this guy before he heals him again. Alright, there we go. We're gonna be fine. Yeah, last time my UPS had to pop on for a split second. Yep. I'm hoping we don't have any issues, that we can at least have a decent length stream. Yeah, see, also on the rogue, the things you get at level 10, you have to use it like evasion. When you pull two guys the way I just did, you pop evasion, that way they're not hitting you as much. So you're taking less damage, and even though you don't have a heal, like taking half damage, you can do more damage, and you can get them down before they get you down, basically. I think I need an item back here, actually. Yes. We all need items back here, all of us. There are some people playing today. I mean, that's a lot of people for, you know, an afternoon, a weekday afternoon, supposedly Wednesday. I want to find the druid guy first. I'm not sure exactly where he is. Yeah, there's a good way to do this, and there's like the long way to do it, and we're probably about to do it all the long way. Here we go, guys. A dwarf female? That's an unusual choice. Is it? Is it an unusual choice? I've played so many characters, man. I probably made all the choices at this point. Yeah, Tweety, that's what I'm trying to do. I just I don't know which way leads to the guy and which way leads to his bear form. I think I'm heading towards his bear form and not towards him, you know? But I'm not sure. Yeah, I think down leads to his bear form. I don't know. We'll probably be in here for a while, regardless. Female orcs are the strange choice? I mean, like, I think that everybody has, like, the race, class combination that they think is weird, you know? Like, I don't really like male trolls. I think that's a weird choice, to be a male troll. Yeah. Everybody's different. They make my back hurt to look at them because of their posture. I literally start to get like sympathy pains in my spine, so it's like a non-starter. It's a non-starter. Like, he's always squatting, bending over. Like, I don't know why he won't just straighten out. Zandalari trolls, like, yeah, I'd rather a Zandalari troll. Yeah, we are headed to the quest giver, aren't we? That's awesome. Yeah, the male night elf. Yep, I'm not a fan of that either. Yep. Oh, here we go. Kill him. Yes, we got him down. Oh yeah, I have to remember, we can gouge these guys to interrupt their cast. I completely forgot that we could gouge. Boom. Oh, that stops our auto attack. Okay. Noted. We aggro. I love that they go to heal the one we're killing. This is going to be a tough one without any cooldowns. Let's gouge this guy. If we can live a few more seconds, we can potion. There we go, we're fine. It's a good time to level. Alright, after this, we're going into the assassination tree. So we grab the 2 points here to lower the cost of Sinister Strike, and now we're going to go into improved Eviscerate, I think. Do I need an item in here? I believe I do, right? Yeah, it's gonna be close. Oh, we got him. Nice. How can you dodge an attack from behind? Like if you're like Spider-Man, you could, you know, like your spider sense is tingling, maybe. That's about all I can think of. It's so fun to play in non-hardcore because you can do things like what we're doing now, and like I would never do this in hardcore. I would never have tried that pull, we wouldn't have had that fun. Like, none of those moments would happen. Because instead you'd go grind out like 2 more levels somewhere, and you'd come back at level 13, you know? I've never seen a water barrel here. Very, very weird. Thank you, Amy. I did update the Discord link in the description. So if any of you guys are wanting to come hang out outside of a stream, check out the link. I'm not very active in Discord. It's like my one disclaimer. I'm bad at the places where you communicate with the typing. But yeah. But the Discord in my mind is more there for you guys to hang out, to find groups and stuff like that. Not necessarily for me. Yes. More like you guys will blame me when I get you all killed. Which is fine. It probably will be my fault. I'm really digging all the free health potions we're getting from pickpocketing. It's kind of compelled me to keep pickpocketing, whereas like if we weren't getting health potions, I probably would not be doing it so often. I couldn't get the gouge up. Double heal. You jerks. The cross heal. I need to save up energy to gouge. Like whoever goes to heal next. Okay, we're good. Yeah, Jason, they have 0 AoE. Especially like early on. I remember that like doing dungeons, I think it was on the Wrath of the Lich King rogue that we did, that like early on they have no AoE. Yeah, it's rough. You have to accept that your role is to do single target damage, and you have to be okay with it, because if like you're looking at the meters and stuff instead, you're just going to be depressed every time you do any kind of group content. I did, G59, my wife sent me the clip of it, yes. I did get to see it, yeah. It was pretty funny. I appreciate whoever took the time out of their day to do that. When you asked about it, I figured it was you, man. It was fun. Ooh, we missed the gouge. How rude. Not sure why we're not looting. That's a little weird. Okay, we got it now. That was a bit strange. Not quite sure what's going on with that. Now I'm checking my internet to make sure I'm not lagging. I look good. Okay, it was just some weird loot lag. Alright, let's keep going. Yeah, we have to go back. Mm-hmm. Is his body this way, though? Or is just the other item this way? Because if we don't have to come back down here... Yeah, I'm gonna go get this item first. I don't think his bear form is down in this area, is it? Yeah, I think I'm gonna grab this item first, then we'll go turn it in. Yeah, I feel like Blade Flurry is the only AoE that you get as a rogue in Classic era. I don't think we get Fan of Knives. Fan of Knives was like later, wasn't it? Blade Flurry, yeah. One additional nearby opponent. Oh gosh, it's only one additional guy. That's not AoE, that's Cleave. that doesn't even qualify as AoE, not properly. Wrathless Fan of Knives, yeah. Kata. I have something on my rogue at level 64 that's like an AoE ability. I thought it was Fan of Knives, but maybe it's not. Dorsey, thanks for coming and hanging out today. I'm here most days. But I appreciate you being here when you can. Yeah, I do tend to stream during the same parts of the day. I've been doing some evening streams, but depending on your schedule, I'm not sure if that helps. And the evening streams have been Wrath of the Lich King. I've been doing the heroic plus dungeons. I might need some minus symbols in there too. Might have been too many pluses. I'm not going to walk into the room with all three of them in there. That just seems silly and pointless. We haven't managed to die yet, so we could probably just keep it that way for now. Yeah, Jeffrey, that's when I've been starting the Wrath streams. Around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, though. I don't know how that correlates to where you're at. Yeah, we really are relying on these potions though, so I'm going to have to keep pickpocketing. We're going to have to hope that we keep getting more, because I've been using them pretty frequently to let us do pulls like this and stay alive. The cool thing is we've managed to do this in a semi-sensible order, so we won't have to do like a ton of backtracking. We should be able to go talk to this guy, go kill his bear form, and then we should be good to get out of here. And we'll probably just hearth out. I should probably just get all my HP back really quick. That'd be smart. I've finally done this place so many times that I think I almost know the way around. It took 20 years, but I think I pretty much know all the routes in here now and where they go. He says as he goes the wrong way. Jeffrey, that's why they sent us away. Yeah, that's why they sent us over into the Night Elf lands. We were an outcast. I like it. Do we have backstab? Yeah, we do. You get backstab pretty early. I don't remember if it was level 6 or 4. Can you pickpocket a sapped target? I don't know. I would hazard a guess and say yeah, probably, but I'm not sure. I don't have a lot of rogue experience. Ah, yeah, that's not good. Maybe we can kill Rage Claw, loot him, and run away. We have 1 health pot left. We don't have evasion up. Yeah, this could get dicey. Okay, we got a pretty big crit there, I guess. We could be absolutely fine. I might not even need to use the potion. Okay, we might have to use the potion. I wish he would run away. Oh, we got him. Yeah, all the misses did not help. I had a feeling that would happen. I'm trying to loot his head, and I realize we actually have to do something that's not looting his head. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I did figure it out. I was trying to loot his head at first. Buffalo Bill, good afternoon, man. Thank you for stopping by the stream. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, Rick, gouge bandage. I do try to do that. I tried to do it earlier. Sometimes it works really well, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah. But yeah, I'm a little bit familiar with that trick. My keybind for bandage is not like the best right now. I have to shift click to get it off, so maybe I need to change that if I want that trick to really work. Ryan, am I planning more Holy Pally content tonight? I'm not sure. I'll have to see kind of how the day goes. This is kind of like a later afternoon stream for me. Usually I come on at like noon. Today we came on at like 2. So I am not sure. I'd like to. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with them. It's just going to be a matter of like whether I finish doing all the other stuff I want to do in my day. But yeah, I want to. But we'll see. The Holy Pally's gear score got up to like 4,300 yesterday. We got a few more pieces of gear and we're up around like 4,300. So it's still not great. It's still not great, but it's getting better. My big worry about these dungeons is like I'm having a lot of fun on them, right? Having a lot of fun with them. So, but if I wanted to like have an alt, I wouldn't be able to do only 5-man stuff, because if let's say I get my mage, my human mage up to 80. And I do regular dungeons, and then I do heroic dungeons. Let's say I get all the gear I can out of the heroic runs. You're still not at a place where you can even do, like, heroic plus. You still need a little bit more gear, I think. And you definitely can't do heroic plus plus. So I'm just really wondering. When I looked at the regular heroic plus queue, there weren't a lot of people doing the regular heroic plus because you get the new currency only from the heroic plus plus. So, like, yeah, I worry that without a raiding team to get you through, like, at least a little bit of Nax gear, like, you really are not going to be able to cap somebody to 80, do heroic stuff, and then jump into heroic plus. It doesn't feel like that's going to work. I think it could work in a system where people were not looking at your gear score and determining manually whether or not they invited you. I think if we had an LFD system that checked your gear score, and you just queued up, I think there'd be a lot less gear score discrimination when it comes to those runs. And then in that case, maybe a person could go from heroics to heroic plus to heroic plus plus. Because that's the path you want, right? Like as a solo player who doesn't have a raid team and who doesn't like doing lots and lots of raid pugs, you really want to be able to go from 5-man regulars to 5-man heroics to 5-man heroic plus to 5-man plus plus. Like that should be your endgame path as a solo player in Wrath if you want it. But I don't know that it works out right now without like an automated queue system, because people are very discriminatory about gear score, obviously. Red Robin, that sucks. At H&R Block, we had a no blame culture. So like when shit went wrong, like we found out what happened, but like ultimately everything's part of a team, right? And those teams are part of bigger work groups, and yeah, it sucks though. Alright, can we hearth out of here? I think we're all done. I think we're good to go. Yeah, let's go ahead and hearth out. We have a full inventory, so I don't really want to be here much longer. I'm really surprised that we didn't fill it up, that we have like one slot left. But Jake, I'm doing well. Thanks for being here, man.
Hello.
Things I regret. I wish I would have learned like some more weapon skills over in the other cities. Yeah, I wish I would have learned the weapon skills, especially because I set myself a little bit of silver, so it would have been pretty easy to like learn the weapon skills early on, you know. I could probably put that on the auction house. I have to remember that I'm not on a hardcore server, that I can use the auction house and stuff like that. Let's see, we need to make the leather.
Goddess, watch over you.
We should be able to make the vest.
Greetings. Basha Fela. Greetings.
Does anybody else find it kind of annoying that they hide the trade goods vendor and the general supplies person way over here, like so far from the inn, so far from everything else? And they hide them not only up here, but like they hide them upstairs. It's a little bit annoying. Let's learn this one. Alright. It's not, it is kind of a huge upgrade. It's twice the armor and we get some stamina. It's a color palette swap.
Del Madres.
Okay, well, let's see. We have one quest to do all the way down here. Let's go do this first. And then we'll tackle the stuff up in the northwestern part of the zone. Fish Era, I have a pinned comment up above. Yeah, the gear score on the Pally was 4,300 when we ended last night. I think we passed 4,300. It might have been 42, but I thought we hit 43. We got a few pieces of gear. We've been making pretty good progress. Like I don't have any goals except to do more heroic plus. So like I don't really know that I'm gonna raid because I don't really want to pug any more raids. I did the 2 Nax runs that I did that were like, it might have been 3 Nax runs. And I got really lucky with a bunch of gear, and then I did one Ulduar run that I didn't get to record. because I had to be in the guild's Discord, and they were like very, very, very talkative, and they really liked their soundboard a lot, and they played soundboard clips the entire time, and I wasn't set up to split my audio between Discord and my recording, so I did a little bit of an Ulduar run, got a couple pieces, but didn't ever record a run. Yeah, Dorsey, when I was 4-1 yesterday, we had like one wipe, and one of the tanks tried to tell me that the healing was a little light. Even though the DPS were basically just making choices to get killed, they weren't doing the boss mechanics, it turns out. But even though it was the DPS not doing the boss mechanics, the very first thing that somebody said when we died was, oh, healing seems a little light. Like they have any fucking idea if the healing is light or not. It's funny to interact with people in that space in the game because everyone is so quick usually to blame the healer. And the funny thing is all the heroic plus mechanics, all they do is make it harder for healers. Which is fine with me, like I like the challenge, otherwise I wouldn't heal. But I'm sure it drives many, many healers away from that part of the game. Because it probably feels too much like Mythic Plus to them. Yeah, most groups want 4,500 gear score. Then they're stupid. That's the problem, is like, I know they want that gear score, but there's no progression that gets you that gear score as a solo player unless you get lucky and you get dragged through raids. And like, the 5-man stuff is supposed to be for solo people. If they want a 4,500 gear score, they should just go do raids. Like, I don't know, I don't, yeah. It's funny because Blizzard is like, oh, looking for dungeon, ruin the community. You know what started to ruin the community long before Mythic Plus? Effing gear score. Gear score started to ruin the community. Long before Mythic, you know, LFD had nothing to do with it. It was all gear score, but they don't do anything to stop gear score. They put gear score into their game. Like, yeah, just having that numerical comparison, because that's not a sign of whether a person's going to be successful. Obviously, like, you don't want to bring someone with a 3,700 gear score to a ++. But yeah, to think that you want somebody, they have to have a 4,500, it's like, okay, so I have to have Ulduar gear to be doing this. And like, if I have Ulduar gear, like, on farm, like, I'm probably not going to do a bunch of these. I don't know, it's weird to me. Yeah, gear score was originally a community invention to easily measure one player against another. And when you do it like that, you're not accounting for skill, you're not accounting for anything. Like, I was in a group of people doing Nexus yesterday. We were doing a ++ Nexus. None of the DPS knew that you had the DPS, the rifts. The rifts that came out that made the boss invulnerable. Nobody knew. They didn't know. But they have 4,800, 5,200 gear scores because they're just getting carried through raids by their guild. And they don't even know 5-man boss fight mechanics. And then when we died, they go, healing was a little light. Oh, but you guys didn't DPS the ads at all. What do you mean healing was light? I healed until there was no way to heal because the boss fight went on for an eternity. Yeah, so it's like that. Like, they don't even know 5-man fights, but they want to ask for a 4,500 gear score. Give me a break. It's funny. I find it really entertaining. Probably more entertaining than I should find it. Do we get killed here? Yeah, maybe. Ugh. Let's kill this guy and then maybe we run away. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I think we're toast, but at least we got clear of him before we died. This is probably an okay place to bite it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it needs. I don't really know what it needs, and I don't like, you know, what it needs is looking for dungeon. You just queue up, you get put in a group of people because the system says that you have the gear score. It needs exactly what looking for dungeon has in retail. In retail, it checks your gear score and it lets you queue for the raid if you're at gear score level. It just needs to be taken out. It's a metric that's useful to some extent, but it needs to be taken out of the hands of players. Like, the players should not be like looking at people, manually recruiting them based on their gear score. Let us automated system do that. It'll be more fair that way. It'll be more fair. Evasion doesn't work if they're striking from behind. Anti, I knew. I just pushed everything, man. Yeah, I knew it wasn't gonna help me. I just pushed all my buttons because why not? You know. Stealing's hot. That's how we pay the mortgage, Grumpy. Yeah, our rogue steals stuff for us. Yeah, Crib, I saw that they never wait. I let a group die because I was just trying to drink to full. And they died, right? And so they never knew why they died. They ran back into the instance. And they were so distracted and not paying attention to me that they thought I died too. They didn't even realize that I had not even tried to heal them because I was And so they stood at the entrance to the dungeon for about 5 minutes and finally they go, "Healer, where are you?" And I'm like, "I'm at the spot where you guys all died because I didn't have mana to heal you and I stayed out of combat." And they were like, "Oh." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not surprised you didn't notice my mana when you don't even notice if I die with you or not. Like, what's going on? Why are you paying so little attention to your healer?" The healer literally is the only person that allows the group to succeed. Storms are coming in strong, Amy. Is it green out there, though? Because last time it was green. We have storms coming through. I'm kind of hoping they don't disrupt the stream, but if I disappear any minute, you guys will kind of know possibly what could have happened, which would either be like a power loss scenario or now this is nuts. What am I gonna do here? I have to kill these guys, don't I? I have to kill every single one of them, or I have to kill every single furbolg here. How is the wind? It's the wind that's gonna be the problem. Yeah, because where we live, they still put power lines and stuff above ground, suspended from poles, 20 feet in the air for the wind and rain to whip around and rip them down and for lightning to strike them. It was better when we lived in Kansas City. Everything was underground, so like even if there's a bad storm coming through, it didn't matter. Like you weren't gonna lose internet or power because all the cables are buried, unless like lightning struck a substation. That was like the only way. No, the last time there was a storm here, the clouds were green, I guess. I didn't get to see it because I streamed through the whole thing. So I can't attest to it personally, but yeah. Supposedly the sky was green. Very green clouds, which is usually a bad sign. Yeah, I'm in southeastern Michigan. That sounds like an excuse, though. Too much groundwater, like concrete tubes. You run them. You don't just bury them. You run them through like giant concrete. It's just too much money. They don't want to spend the money. You know what I mean? It'd be a huge change to infrastructure. We've been putting them on poles forever, so that unless you're developing like a new area, you're not about to start burying them now. Andrew, you're in Detroit? Yeah. You're probably going to be affected by some of the same storms. I'm a ways north of Detroit, but you know, similar area. I feel like maybe I don't fight any of these guys instead, and I just kind of sneak through, and then we deal with the ones back here. Because if I pull any of these guys, they're too close. They're gonna pull each other, and it's gonna be a nightmare. It's going to be a nightmare if we do it that way. Can I even loot? I can loot. Now I have to wait 8 seconds to stealth up. Maybe I can pull this guy back. Oh no, Robert, he's a caster. You can't pull him back, man. Come with me. Oh, we did the same thing. Maybe this quest is a little bit too high of a level for us to handle. We need to be able to take this pull right here, because I don't see really of a way to separate these two guys. I don't know if we managed to get this or not. We could do... Okay, we'll do a little bandage here, a little gouge bandage. Alright, that's gonna be minimally helpful. Yeah, we just can't hit him. we can't hit him, so... Wow, where are we now? Okay. I guess that's fine. I should have done the stuff up in the northwest first. And maybe hit level 12 or 13 before tackling this. I didn't realize he was going to be level 12 and that he was going to come with an ad permanently. If we're really lucky, maybe we get down there before the respawns kick in. Although it's classic era, so that's pretty unlikely. Not a lot of people here, so maybe. Dorsey, you had a mage with a 5k plus gear score, did 3k less DPS in the tank? Yeah. Yeah, because gear score doesn't mean you're capable. It just means if you have a high gear score, you have a guild, you have people that you raid with. Or you have infinite time to like grind and fail and grind and fail and grind your badge gear. But if you have a high gear score, like 5k and up, you're raiding, you know? And in a raid, a lot of people can be carried through, you know, unless you're doing like 10-man Old War hard modes or something, like you can carry through lots of people who are underperforming. Especially these days. When there's players who can like do heavy lifts when it comes to DPS. Because of like the skill difference between now and then when it first came out. It looks like Amy says it looks like the Shadowlands outside. Dorsey, you carried him. Yeah, and that's part of the problem, right? Like, you ended up carrying the dude, and he probably got some more gear. And, like, that's absolutely what happens. That's why I get so frustrated when people talk about gear score, my gear score, their gear score. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh. I get that at a certain point, like, you do need to know what kind of gear somebody has. But the best thing to do is, like, if they think they can do the content, you let them do the content, and then if it's not working, then you can remove them from the group. Like, that mage, you probably could have kicked him, and it would have been fine. If he's severely underperforming, a gear score doesn't matter, you know? Gear score doesn't matter in either direction. So I feel like you just give people a shot at the content, and then you figure it out from there. And that's what an automated looking for dungeon tool would do. It would scan your gear to tell you, like, oh yes, you do have the gear to queue up for this. And then you just do the run. And, like, you know, maybe somebody underperforms and still gets kicked, but at least it's not discriminatory up front. Like, you get a chance to do the run. I'm gonna regret this, I think. Okay, we seem okay so far. Let's try to kill this guy on his own, preferably. I never noticed the enslaved druids back here. I've never noticed that before. We killed him with a 69 crit. That's what we call really nice. We have a vial to fill. Oh, I guess we have a moonwell up here. We did the one down here, didn't we? Yeah, the next one is up to the north. Okay, so Hearthstone is on cooldown. We have to sneak out of here. Dorsey, I don't actually know. I am not sure. It would be really, really helpful if we can get it. But it might not be soon. Oh yeah, the poison out. Yeah, poison and stealth don't mix. It turns out it's hard to be stealthy when you're poisoned. Yep. Yeah, Dorsey, you know, that's kind of the thing, is like, I'm having all those, like, points of friction with the runs, but I'm having a fun time with them. Like, I imagine how fun they would be with, like, a static group. Of people who didn't care about my gear score or weren't ready to, like, blame me at the drop of a hat when the DPS don't know mechanics. Like, I wonder that experience would probably be really, really amazing. And, yeah. But I'm having fun even with the pugs. Because sometimes people being really stupid is still kind of funny, you know? When do we get poisons? Yeah, I thought it was level 20, and then we have to do a quest chain. And, like, typically, from what I learned on the Horde side at least, we did a Blood Elf Rogue. The quest chain, you get it level 20, but it's kind of like, you go up against, like, level 25 guys. And I'm not sure if the Alliance one is going to be the same way, but I don't remember it being really easy. I remember trying to do it as soon as we got it, and being too under level for it. So I'm kind of hoping that it's not too difficult. I think we get it at there's a tower in Westfall. In like the southeastern part of Westfall, I think that's where the quest happens. Although maybe the dwarves have a different, maybe that's only for humans. I don't know. A TOC was like my least favorite raid though. I remember, and I don't remember much. But I remember the feeling, because we cleared all the raids every week in my guild back in the day. Like, even if it was older content, we cleared everything every week. Because, you know, people had alts and stuff, they wanted to get geared up, whatever. And so I remember, like, just wanting to get that part of the raid week over. Like, just getting through TOC, having it be done, not having to think about it anymore. Because I don't remember specifics, but it was, like, my least favorite raid of all time. I don't know why I hated it so much, but like I stepped into the 5-man yesterday on a failed 5-man run, and I kind of like realized like, oh yeah, I didn't like this. I have bad memories associated with this place. Steven, the Alliance one is easier. That's good. There probably was a way to do it on the Horde side without fighting too, and maybe that's the part. Maybe that's the part that I didn't understand. Maybe the part that I didn't understand was I was supposed to use stealth a lot more than I was. That's possible. Yeah, either of these would be great if we could use them, but we can't.
Goodbye.
Yeah, we're having kind of like a weapon problem. I'm gonna go see if we can buy some like good white weapons. I'm using the skinning dagger as one of our weapons, so it's not looking good. Weaponsmith.
Greetings.
Yeah, you have stilettos. Let's grab 2 of these. And we'll just go with that for now. That way we don't have to use the skinning knife. That's really impressive. The Olduar run that I tried with this random guild, like, we were in there for like 3 hours, and we killed like 5 bosses. Maybe not even 5. We were in there for a long time. I had a couple good Nax runs with pugs that were like really, really efficient, and I appreciated that. I think that once we finish up here... Ooh, big jump. Oof. That's not too bad. Once we finish up here, I think we should go maybe do some stuff in Loch Modan for a bit. Before we try to do Darkshore. Darkshore is kind of like a little bit of a higher level area, I feel like, than the others. Might be better to try Darkshore when we're like level 14 or 15. And there are a couple like level 11 quests we can do really easily in Loch Modan. Alright, so we need these guys for Mossy Tumors. Somewhere there might be a rare spawn. If there is, he drops an item for a quest. I've never seen him. So we'll see. I doubt we're going to see him here today, but you never know. Dorsey the Paladin is level 47. Yep. He's level 4. He's 47. He's thinking about retirement. He's thinking about retiring in Booty Bay and becoming a blacksmith again. You know, picking up the craft that he dropped in his level 20s. That's what he's been thinking about doing. The Paladin taught me that the way to play solo self-found hardcore is to be a caster. Because, yeah, as a caster, you rely on your spell ranks as you level up to deal more damage. And as a melee class, you rely on better weapons as you level up to deal more damage. And the thing that you don't get in solo self-found is you don't get better weapons. You just don't get them. Unless you are a blacksmith, yeah. So I dropped blacksmithing back in the 20s because I didn't want to deal with having to go back and farming up all the copper, but that was a huge mistake. Because it turns out that blacksmithing would have been the only way to keep any of our gear relevant in solo self-found as a melee class. So that's kind of what I learned. We needed the dungeons too. Yeah, the dungeons. If we had done the dungeons and circled back for the elite quest at a higher level, kind of the way we did with the ogre quest, we would probably have like 2 more levels on us. 2 more levels would have been great. It would have let us go into the burning steppes, or no, the searing gorge. But it, yeah, it wouldn't necessarily solve our problem at level 47 though, because at level 47 there's no one alive to do runs, and in solo self-found you can only do the dungeon once. So everybody who is level 47, like, if they've already done it, that's it. Like, you don't have a big pool of people to do, like, Ulduar or Zul'Farrak with. And you need to do Ulduar and Zul'Farrak in the 40s to, like, get good drops. The lights are dimming up there, Amy? Oh, good. Mine have been fine down here. Last time my battery backup got tripped. So far, it's been fine. Thank you for the heads up, though. What my wife is saying is that it is potential that we lose either power or internet at any time, even though the weather doesn't seem super bad. It's bad infrastructure. Will it fix it though completely, Dorsey? Because I hazard a guess that there still won't be a lot of people alive at level 45. My other concern is that, let's say I am level 43 and I'm a mage, and I find a blue axe, or even a green of the bear. I put it on the auction house. I'm gonna put it up for a crap ton of money. And so I worry that, like, with the auction house, yeah, you might have stuff on there, but I think the higher level you get, there's gonna be a huge markup in the price from what you might see on a regular non-hardcore server. Because of how punishing the game is on Melee, I think people are gonna sell things for outrageous prices. And I still don't think there will be a ton of people alive at level 45. And then there's one other piece to this puzzle, and that's this. We tried to do Ragefire Chasm on a Warlock at level 15. It's the first dungeon that anybody can do, okay? It's the easiest dungeon to access. It took us 2 hours to find a healer. It took us 2 hours to find a healer for Ragefire Chasm. The first dungeon you get to, the dungeon that most hardcore characters will get a crack at. And it took us 2 hours. And then by the time we got the group together, our tank got himself killed. So I don't know that just like having the ability to run the dungeons more than once and having the auction house, I don't think that's going to be 100% fix for melee classes. I think it's still going to be incredibly challenging to get a weapon, especially once you pass level 40. And I still feel like even for official hardcore, I feel like a caster class is the way to go. Because why even put yourself in a position where you could be gimped the way the paladin currently is? You know? So yeah, I think that like for official hardcore, I might have to consider a mage. Could be like the only way to go. Mikey, good afternoon, man. Thanks for stopping by. And we might have a guild, you know, I'm gonna try to get a guild together, but the times that I typically play are not like favorable for a lot of people in the States, and then obviously if you're in the EU, then you would need a second account to even play on American servers, and you'd probably have latency and shit, even if you did that. So I don't know if I'm gonna get lots of people like on, and I don't know if I'm gonna join like a rando guild if that doesn't work out. So we'll see, you know. In the Mr. Jackpots, the mage gets really powerful. Think about it. You get Frost Nova, stops enemies in their tracks. You get Mana Shield, absorbs all damage at the cost of mana. Eventually, you get Ice Block. You get Blink to get away. Now, mages become almost unkillable and uncatchable after like level 20. You don't want to start taking hits. Yeah, like you're not gonna take hits though, because if stuff's going wrong, you're gonna freeze everything in place. You're gonna Mana Shield. You're gonna Blink, and you're gonna run. The only reason I got our mage killed at level 26 was I went into a town hall building 4 times because I was having a very bad day. And I got very stubborn. And I pulled like 5 guys 4 different times. And it took them 4 different times to like chase me down and kill me. Now the mage is a squishy if you're getting hit, but like incredibly survivable if you're playing like in any way smart. So yeah. If it had been the mage that I took onto the stream and not the paladin, the mage would probably be level 60 by now. Because I wouldn't have hit the 40s slump like I did with the paladin once I knew we were never getting a weapon and we couldn't kill anything. The mage would have just kept getting more powerful as we learned spell ranks. Oh, I heard that thunder. That was loud. Usually I don't hear stuff in the basement. If you go completely and that's when bad stuff happens, yeah. Like, yeah, you don't want to be when the bad happens. You want the bad to happen, and then, like, you'd have mana left to Mana Shield and blink away and stuff, yeah. Oh! Oh, shit! It's him! It's him! He's here! I've never seen this guy in 20 years. Oh, man. Okay, this will be the first time I've ever gotten to tag this guy and get this quest. I'm super excited. Watch somebody else come in and, like, kill him right now in front of me. I should get a screenshot, yeah, for the thumbnail. Last time on. Oh, these guys heal, that's nasty. Watch my power go out right as I pull this guy. And then we still never get the quest. Those guys kind of rocked me a little bit. The cool thing is, if somebody runs in here, I can invite them to group because we're not playing solo self-found hardcore. He's level 13. Are we even going to be able to kill him? Is the lock okay for hardcore? Yeah, the lock is okay. I found the warlock really boring, but I don't like pet classes where the pet like tanks stuff away from your... I like to get hit when I'm getting hit. But the warlock seemed like it was super survivable. I did pulls on the warlock that I would never have been able to do on any other class. Like even early on, we were pulling like groups of 3, and we were kiting and killing groups of 3 with dots. It was pretty crazy. I just got bored with it, and yeah, I wasn't digging it. Alright, so we got the item. We need to click the item, right? The heart of black moss the fetid is covered with a dark, oily moss. In fact, the only way to tell this is a heart is from its slow, rhythmic beat. A beat that continues even now. Weird. Perhaps Denelon will want to see this heart. Yeah, don't show it to anybody, it sounds gross. So this might actually have closure for Denelon's story. You know, the story that I always felt kind of dead-ended? Like, this is kind of the closing act of it. And it's like, yeah, I've never been able to do it before. It's interesting. Who do we need back here? The spider lady, right? Yeah. The quest box is the change down here to the quest box. That's immersion. I don't see her over here. Oh, this is the rogue quest, though. I didn't realize we had the rogue quest. Let's go do the rogue quest. Now, the part about the rogue quest is that it's going to spawn, like, 2 ads. This is the quest that killed our hardcore Night Elf rogue. Just don't attack them, like stealth by them. I only need to pickpocket. Oh, so the trick of this is I don't fight him. I don't fight him. Okay, let's try it that way.
Die!
Oh, that worked. What in the actual F? It's a level check thing, right? Like, I can't do it at this level because he's gonna detect me or something. Like, is that what it is? If I ding over here, like if I fight a little bit and I ding, maybe it gets a little bit easier. I don't know. And I refuse to read the quest. I get it now, but I get it now, but still seems impossible at my level. So maybe one more level will let me actually get behind him. I didn't want to slide off the branch by trying to give him more, like, leeway, you know? Well, let's go find the spider lady, and we'll kill some spiders and see if we can get level 12 out here. He stopped going. That was the problem. Yeah, I was gonna let him pass, but he stopped because he saw me. So we'll get one more level and it'll probably be a little bit easier. Zero, what should a rogue do? I'm not sure. What are we doing? We're doing leatherworking and skinning. But I think you could do different things, you know. But if you want to craft your own gear, then you want to do leatherworking and skinning. Otherwise, you could do like herbalism, alchemy. That'd probably be like your only other really like viable one. Maybe engineering. I'm not sure if engineering offers anything to rogues. Oh, there we go. Alright, talent-wise, I think we're going over to Assassination. Increase your crit strike chance. The problem is these both sound amazing. All of these sound really good. I'm going to go into Eviscerate damage first. And then we'll talk about the other points. I think we have to go Malice because we're probably going to want Lethality. Yeah, it looks like we're going to want Lethality. Alright, so there he is. He's staring off into the distance. I bet if I approach him, he'll just turn around. He's going to turn around any minute. Alright, come on, just stay there for one more second. Alright, we got it. We got the journal. Let's peel out. I'm not comfortable with this. Alright, we did it. We did it. Let's come over here and we'll grab the Shimmering Frond, and we need to get the cat escorted back to the Night Elf Lady. And then I feel like she gives us a quest to kill these guys, doesn't she? You know what? Maybe we should have talked to her first. I'm not sure. Maybe we should talk to her before we go to the cat. So I think we're gonna have to fight through harpies to get to the cat. And let's go down and talk to her and fill up the vial before we deal with the harpies.
How may I help? Farewell.
Johnny, you haven't missed much, man. It's just chill questing, so like nothing can really go wrong, you know. It's relaxing in a way that hardcore is not, because at least you know like nothing super scary happened. We found you know what was a cool thing? We found the named guy that wanders over here. I've never seen him in 20 years of playing the game. And he dropped an item that began this quest, which I've never been able to complete. So I'm kind of excited about that. Because yeah, I've never seen him before. Well, this is not good. What a terrible position to be in. Oh, good. Oh, he netted us. Oh, he netted us, and then they all reset. Okay. That's exciting. Like, is there a place to fight these guys where they're not, like, sandwiched in? That would be cool. Rozero, have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. We'll see you next time. I don't want to talk to the cat. Oh, the cat's not here. I can't do the cat quest now anyway because someone else did it. I saw them walk away with the cat. So we have to do the matriarchs and whatnot first anyway. Joe, we're level 12. Cat's back whenever we want to do it. Poisons, yes. Lock picking, I don't know. I don't have a lot of experience on the classic arrow rogue. Being a rogue, you realize that the only reason why mobs have erratic movement patterns is to F rogues over. It's the only reason. It doesn't affect anybody else, like all the twitching they do, all the about facing they do it to F rogues, because it doesn't affect any other class at all. It's actually kind of crazy, like how much stupid like stuttering they do, well they'll just about face for no reason. It's just to mess with rogues. Avery Will says, hello, why are you bald? Firstly, I'm not bald, my hair's just buzzed off. Secondly, thanks for being here, I appreciate you. If I were bald, it would be because of genetics, the same reason why anybody else is. But the reality of it is I do have some hair. I just don't like to grow it out because it looks stupid when I grow it out, and because I exercise and I sweat a lot, and it's kind of a pain in the butt to deal with long hair when you're all sweaty a lot of the time. Yeah. That's it. My hair migrated from my head to my face throughout my life. Yeah, it migrated. I used to have lots of hair and no beard, and then as I aged, the hair moved south. Like people move from Michigan to Florida when they get old. It was the same thing with my hair, so it's inexplicable. Aver, will you do that? You don't have to worry about my hair, man. I'm fine with it. I appreciate you, though. You're in a guild full of bald characters in Classic Era? You have to be bald to join? Oh, that's cool. Aver, well, I know you're joking, otherwise you're like unhealthily concerned with the state of my head, which would be kind of weird since I don't know you. So I kind of assumed you were joshing around. Combo, I appreciate that. Thank you for being here and hanging out with the stream. Steven, mine too, man. You might remember I now have a scorched earth policy, so we'll see where it goes. If I could grow like a lush head of hair, I still wouldn't do it. Because like I said, it'd be a huge pain in the butt for like my daily life. You know, the best thing is like waking up and not having to take care of your hair, getting out of a shower, not having to take care of your hair, sweating a lot, not having to worry about your hair, getting into a car, rolling down the window, not having to worry about your hair. It's like at this point in my life, there's no way I would ever grow hair out. It's not worth it. Oh, we're all done. We can do the cat quest now. This doesn't seem like the smart way to go. Let's go around the other way. I actually can't believe she chased us all the way here. I feel like that's kind of ludicrous, but okay, we'll kill her over here, I guess. Favorite dungeon in Classic? Probably Shadowfang Keep, just for like nostalgia factor. Shadowfang Keep was like my first attempts at tanking on my Tauren Warrior back in the day were in Shadowfang Keep. That was like the first time a group let me tank. And it was actually a good experience, so I have lots of like fond memories of SFK. Do I play on Nostalrius? The answer to that is no. And I can barely pronounce it, so there's that too. No, I play on Mankrik Classic Era server. In Wrath we play on Pagel. And then for hardcore we're on Bloodcell Buccaneers. And that's it. Yeah, we should kill these now. The cat's gonna walk through here, right? So I need to take them out now. I don't remember if the cat fights with us, or if the cat can take damage, or anything like that. The answer is still no, which I thought was implicit in my first answer. But yeah, no, the answer is no. Tom, I appreciate the membership, man. Thank you so much. How do I feel about SWTOR? I played it when it first came out. I played a, it was the agent, the Imperial Agent Healer. It had a really fun and interesting story. And we raided the first tier and we did some Hutball, and Hutball was amazing. I liked Hutball a lot. Favorite part of SWTOR was surprisingly Hutball, and I don't PvP, so for that to be my favorite part of the game was kind of shocking. And then, you know, we played for a while, then we all came back to WoW, and I never revisited it. Humorously, I tried to do like an immersive Let's Play of SWTOR like a year and a half ago. But obviously all the music is like highly copyrighted because now Disney owns all the Star Wars music, so they don't let that stuff fly on YouTube. They flag it immediately. And so yeah, for the kind of content I make, I couldn't do a playthrough without the music, and I couldn't put it on the channel with the music, so it was a non-starter basically. That was a game that, like, I was super hyped for. I followed it the entire way through development. Me and my friend would watch all the dev blogs every week when they'd come out, and super hyped for the game. And the game was good for a while. I really enjoyed the leveling experience and lots about it. It was just one of those MMOs that, like, it didn't really seem to have much sticking power for people at endgame. Not good. We have a full inventory and there's lots of bodies to loot. I feel bad about it. I feel bad. Yeah, SWTOR was fun. Yeah, part of me wishes I'd have played more when it first came out. I tried a bunch of classes and stuff, so I feel like I got a lot of playtime out of it. I tried a bunch of classes before settling on the Imperial Agent. It's just that, like most things, like when you go somewhere with a guild, you know, it's like, if you go there with your raiding guild, you're probably going to end up back in WoW. And that's like what constantly happens to us. We'd go check out new MMOs, we'd play a little bit, we'd go into like the first tier of like endgame PvE content, and then eventually we would gravitate back to WoW, because mainly there was just more to do. I really loved the class stories and how different and unique they were. Having like character companions in an MMO and having the companions have stories and stuff was a really nice touch. I really enjoyed that a lot. Yeah, fizzling out is the way I would put it too. Like, it didn't die, like SWTOR never died. It just never took off in a way that a game really has to like make it, you know? It never took off.
Hello. Good luck, friend. What brings you here? Goddess watch over you. Ishnu Allah.
Keopi, good afternoon. Thanks for stopping by. We are going to head down to Darnassus first, so we're going to turn in everything there, and then we will hearth back to Dalinar. And then we should be done. Do I like Utgard Keep, Joe? Like, are you referencing like one of the heroic ++ runs we did the other day? I had fun in that run. It's not one of my favorite dungeons, but yeah, I had fun when I did it the other day. On heroic ++. It was a great time. Yep, very healing intensive. Fun little frost damage / fire debuff going on. Joe, I know that, man. Joe, remember when like sometimes I say that like I think you're a low-key troll? It's because of conversations like this, man. This is the conversation path that like makes me believe that you are a low-key troll. Because obviously I know there's a non-heroic one. and you know that I know. And so that's the low-key troll part. I hope you understand. To an extent, Tom. To an extent, yeah. But only to an extent. There's like a troll threshold that once you pass, I have a scorched earth policy now about trolls. Yeah. So like I just know my limits. It's like I'm fine. I know people like to come in and they you know, some people's thing is that they like to go into like a medium-sized to small stream, and they like to see how much they can get the person to talk. That's their only objective, is like, what can I say to get this person to reply to me? What can I say to get this person to talk, just to have like that sense of control. And to me, that's a big troll thing to do. And so I have like patience for it up to a point. And then after that I try to ignore it, and then after that I scorch the earth. Are we doing the Night Elf starting zone to get the Tiger mount? I wasn't, Andrew, but to your point, if I build up my reputation here, I will be able to get the Tiger mount, won't I? I would like to get the Tiger mount because it is the coolest mount in Classic. So thank you for saying that, because now I can like keep that in my mind. Because I would much rather ride around on the Tiger than on, do we get a ram? Some kind of ram? Tom, it's just me muting somebody. Yeah, I just go right for the mute, you know, these days. I go for the mute and then it's over. And then I don't have to deal with it anymore. That's about as scorched earth as it gets on YouTube, yeah. I just like... I used to do a thing where like I would try to reverse troll trolls a little bit, like just to have my fun with them. But what I realize is like they are a troll and I'm not. So like I'm never gonna be able to compete in that arena, you know what I mean? So I try not to take the fun out. I try not to have my fun anymore. I try just to like ignore it, and then I just go for the mute. The Winterspring mount, that's like the white tiger mount, right? I'd love to have that one too. Tom, I've let a couple people wind me up. Yeah, after the last person wound me up, I decided to be done. That was what happened. Is like I had my fun with them because they were clearly a troll, but then they managed to get my blood pressure up. And like I don't play this game to get my blood pressure up. So I have a zero tolerance policy now, and I'm okay with it. Do I have a trainer down here? Because I guess I could actually train at my trainer since we are level 12. That would be a really smart thing to do.
What brings you?
Backstab rank 2, kick rank 1. Okay, so an actual interrupt. We can parry now. Being able to parry it all is nice. And now, though, I need to put kick somewhere. Kick is going to have to go here. Gouge. I still want to be able to gouge. Maybe I do this. There we go. That seems better. I'm pretty sure the white tiger mount is available in Classic, yeah. I'm pretty sure you have to like farm rep up in Winterspring, I thought. But I'm not 100%. Somebody told me about it one time, and like I can't remember the conversations we were having, but I'm pretty sure it exists. Alright, this one goes all the way up to the top of the building here, to the Arc Druid. I think next we're going to do a little bit in Loch Modan just to get ahead of the leveling curve, and then we're going to come and do the rest of the stuff in Darkshore. We're going to have to do a few things. In Westfall, we have to do the People's Militia questline. We have to get the messenger killed to get his item, and then we have to escort the guy to the Defias hideout. So there's going to be at least 5 or 6 quests in Westfall that we have to do in order to get the quest chain for Dead Mines. But other than those quests, I'm not going to do anything else in Westfall besides the stuff we need to do to get the Dead Mines end quest. But we I think I might be back. Yeah, we had a little brownout there. If you guys are here. Still not sure if everything's working yet, but I think it might be. Gotta get back into the game. Yeah, we had a blip that was big enough to take out the power and the internet for a second. So yeah, that's fun. That's what happens.
I have urgent matters to attend.
Oh, Amy was able to let you guys know. Oh, that's cool. Okay, cool. Thanks, Amy. I forgot that she could like let you guys know through the chat. All right, let me close this out. There we go. Okay, let me take a look. I'll take a look. Thank you. Ba-boom! This is why we don't do that. Yeah, let's see. What do I have to do here? Oh God, Amy, I blame you for this. But Doom. Okay, let me deal with Discord. I could probably deal with Discord in a number of ways. I could do this. Boom, gone. Let's see, what else? Oh, great. Let's do this. Boom, gone. Let's just go scorched earth on it. Oh, I love people. I love the internet. The internet's great. Let's do this. Server settings. Permissions. Save changes. One second. And this is the day that Discord becomes members only. Didn't really want to have to do that, but that's the day. After I fix all this and get it all sorted out, this is the day that the Discord either goes away or gets locked down. Absolutely. There we go. Let's get out of that. Let's delete all of these. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And goodbye to you. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I helped the Discord server by going, you know, scorched earth on it and destroying everything. And then I will take a look at later what I have to do. But for now, we're done with it. Oh yeah, Averwill? That's cool, man. Have a good rest of your life. We will report you too for a lot of stuff here. There we go. There we go. That's good. That's perfect. All right, done. Oh, yep. There we go. Yeah, Marlene, I saw it. I just deleted everything off the Discord, so that's over now. Discord will now be, unfortunately, will have to be members only. So if I bother firing it back up. Yeah. Fun times. From now on, guys, like, when I even, like, sense a troll, I'm getting rid of them immediately. You guys are gonna see people disappear, and you're not necessarily gonna know why, or, like, what happened, but it's okay. There we go. Let's get rid of that. And let's save that. There we go, perfect. Okay, we're relatively back to normal. My internet and power went out, Whitney, and then I had an angry troll attack the Discord. Yeah. So then we had to deal with a couple of things. It was perfect timing on his part. Yeah. So the Discord channels are all gone. I will get them like remade after I see what I have to do to lock it down a little bit more. And so what's gonna happen, unfortunately, is like, yeah, if you're not already in the Discord, I might purge the entire Discord at this point. And then the Discord's gonna have to be members only, because I'm not dealing with that kind of shit in my life. Because I don't even care about Discord. Honestly, I don't care about it. Like, it was more for like a place for you guys to hang out and form groups and stuff. But like, I don't want to have to monitor stuff like that and worry about stuff like that going on something that has my name attached to it. So yeah, Discord is gone for now. And I'll probably have to purge it and make it a members only thing, which really sucks, but I don't have a lot of other options. Like, if someone's gonna blow up my effing Discord, they're gonna pay me first. That's basically it. Yep. It's a reality check. I feel like I have a lot of these reality checks coming as the longer I expose myself to humanity. Like, the more of these things I'm going to have to endure and learn about people and how awful people can be. So, yeah, and I don't care about weirdos. Like, weirdos, I love weirdos, but I mean, like, people that are gonna put the kind of heinous stuff that I glimpsed before I deleted all the channels, like, that goes way beyond weird. It's like, obviously someone who is a little bit unhinged when they get pleasure out of doing things like that, you know? They don't have any filters, but it's more so when people, like, purposely put things up that they know are heinous to, like, emotionally harm other people. So, yeah, hey, we got a green dagger at some point. I'll take it. Not sure where that came from. Yeah, it's absolutely about anonymity, Tom. Yeah, absolutely. There's no consequences for people on the internet. That's just what it is. And that's fine. I'd rather learn it now. It's good to learn this stuff, like, early on. Than to remain disillusioned that I can have some kind of open Discord for anybody to get into. Like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Alright. Let's see. Oh, you know, I had one back here. I didn't get this one turned in. Oh well. Yeah, that one's probably the one that goes back to this guy. Let's go talk to him. We've got 3 quests to turn in over there. Yeah, I'll have something, Tom. Yeah, I'll have it so that it's gonna have to be members only. As soon as I get it, like, straightened out. Right now I just deleted all the channels so that there's no way for anybody to post anything. But I'm probably also just gonna have to purge it since I don't know, like, unless I can clearly see who is who. Like, I'll give a look through the users that are currently in there, and I'll see if I can, like, correlate to members, and, like, maybe I don't have to purge everything. Maybe I have to purge everything and put the link back up somewhere. I don't know. We'll get it figured out.
Assist you.
We've got like 17 to turn in here, and I think he's gonna do roleplay for, like, oh, return to Denelon. Okay, here we go. He's gonna roleplay for one of these. There he goes. And then he's gonna have one more quest to kill, like, an owlkin or something in a cave. Maybe not an owlkin. Maybe it's one of the marsh lurkers. let's see. Gargantuan tumor. Alright, let's go do this, and then we'll have to run back again to Darnassus. A little bit of unfortunate, unnecessary back and forth is going to have to happen, because I forgot to turn that one in. No, Marlena, I started to ignore him. He didn't like that. Yeah. He was just asking stupid questions, and then I talked about how he was one of those people who, you know, they come into a medium-sized stream and they just want to make the person talk, so they just ask a bunch of stupid questions to make them talk. It's really easy to spot a troll, and like it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, I ignored him because I thought that was okay. I probably should have went right for the kick. And yeah, I'm gonna, and that would not necessarily have stopped him. He had the Discord link, so he was gonna do the thing that he did no matter what. So my bad for putting like an open Discord link in a description of a stream. Learned my lesson, and now we're members only on Discord. And so yeah, no, he wasn't even like necessarily picking a fight. He just wanted to make me talk. That's what trolls like to do. They like to come in and ask somebody questions, and they like to try to see like how much can I get this person to talk. I don't know what pleasure there is in it, but they do derive like a sick pleasure from it. And so what I did was I just stopped responding and stopped talking, and I started to ignore him. Which for like a troll is like, that's their trigger, you know, you start ignoring a troll, they fucking lose it. And so that's what happened. From now on, when I sense a troll, I'm just going to remove them immediately. And so what I was saying is like, you guys there will be times when someone will say a thing, and I will remove them immediately, and you guys will be looking at it, you'll probably wonder, well, why did that happen? If that ever happens, it's because my troll sense is tingling, and I'm just going to listen to it from now on. I'm not going to give chances, I'm not going to answer stupid questions to try to be polite, I don't care. And so that's what's going to happen from now on. It's unfortunate that it has to be that way, but you know, you have to grow and adapt and change based on your environment, and when the environment becomes hostile, you have to adapt to that too. It was, Amy, yeah. That was how they started, yeah. And so the first thing that happened is like the way I replied to them, they didn't get the reaction they wanted when I was replying. And then the second thing that happened was, instead of continuing to give them replies, I started to ignore them instead. So I did two things to really, really hurt them. Is that they didn't get the big reactions out of me that they wanted initially, and then they stopped getting any reaction. Then they probably felt like the lowest thing on earth, so they had to do whatever they could, which was like blow up the Discord. Blow up a Discord that like hardly anybody uses, that I'm never on, that I've said I'm never on it, like. So yeah, that's what happened. Chris, that was one of the replies I did give him. Yeah, that's what started the trolling, yeah. This guy's an elite? What am I doing? It looks like we're fine, but I forgot that he was an elite. I straight up forgot. We got him. At least I forgot here, and like I didn't forget on a hardcore run. That would have sucked. Somehow we were able to kill the elite and the non-elite, so I don't know, Rogue overpowered much? It's that evasion. Yeah, Tom, internally I have the same reaction sometimes. But then I remind myself, like, it's okay. Like, it's okay if we die. It makes a lot of encounters a lot more fun because like stuff that would only be really stressful in hardcore is actually just really fun to try to do in the normal mode of the game. And yeah, I've been enjoying just throwing myself at encounters and like not having to think about it too much and being able to like kind of figure the encounter out as we get into it. And not have to sit there and plan and wait and grind and wait, you know. It's been pretty enjoyable.
Elune be with you. Good luck, friend.
Alright, so he's all done with us for now. So yeah, all we really have to do is head over back to Darnassus. There were 2 that I just didn't turn in. I hearthed out when we were not done there. So now we get to go do that. And then I think that might be the last of what we do here. We might be bound for other places after that. Yeah, it can definitely just be more like cathartic and more fun when you're not really worried about whether you're going to die. I've enjoyed the reprieve from hardcore for a while. We'll go back to it eventually to finish the pally off. But it's been a good break. It was good that I was able to recognize like and eventually like admit that I needed a break from it. Because the alternative was just like I had gotten to the point where like I was very like ADD and ambivalent about what I wanted to do because I kept trying to work away at the hardcore, but the hardcore really just needed a rest. Felipe, good afternoon, man. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, he's been idle for many days now, so like in a few more days he might have full rested. It's 10 days of inactivity to get all the rested that you can accumulate at one go. So like yeah, he'll be ready. Like I should get back on him pretty soon. I should get on him in a couple days at least and do a little bit of grinding and make sure that we're actually using the rested XP that we're accumulating, that we're not like capped out on it and he's still sitting. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take him into the Searing Gorge. We're going to start questing in the Searing Gorge, and it's probably going to be slow and painful. And the only real hope we have is that, like, randomly somewhere in the Searing Gorge a weapon drops. That's his only hope. Otherwise, he's going to languish for a while, and he may end up retiring to Booty Bay to open up a smithy. If we don't get a weapon from like a quest reward or like a random drop soon. He's level 47 and we're working with like the mace we got from a quest when we were like level 38. Which was really good at the time, but it's a green, so the longevity of its life doesn't extend for 10 levels. Johnny, have a good one, man. We'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. Joe, will I play my Pally Healer tonight? I'm not sure. I've got on him for the last 2 nights. I started this stream kind of late today. Usually right now I would not be streaming. I'd be like kind of hanging out with the family. Maybe we'd be outside or eating dinner, and then I would come back on stream around 7. But with it being 5 p.m. for me, I'm not sure if I will tonight. It depends. I'll see what mood I'm in later. I'm not sure. I'd like to. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to have the time. Daniel, good afternoon. Thanks for being here. Felipe, for me right now, in Eastern Standard Time in the US, it is almost 5 p.m. It's 4:55. So it's about right at dinner time today. I had a late start to the stream today. Though that was kind of by choice. I ended up getting my workout in before my stream. And I played, we played some Murder the Sonic the Hedgehog with my son. So we've been working through Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog together. It's surprisingly a very well-written, investigative mystery game. Like I'm surprisingly like into the story that's unfolding. So yeah, it's been fun. But that was why the later start today. Just some stuff I wanted to do first. So this guy, somehow I did not turn into this guy. We got to go all the way up. Yeah, there were definitely some painful parts because, you know, a lot of people doing those 5-man runs are not actually like very smart. And they all want to play as if they're playing a retail Mythic Plus key, so they all want to go like super fast, like hyper fast. They skip bosses and stuff, which is not my thing. But I'm still having fun with the runs. Obviously, if I had a static group, they'd probably be like amazing. But even having to pug it's pretty enjoyable.
Tyrande has no idea how to lead our people.
Despite all the issues with groups. Oh dang, level 13. Nice. We're gonna go another point in improved eviscerates. Billy, I have a comment pinned up top about the Paladin and the state of hardcore right now. I'm really enjoying the Rogue. It's a really fun class to play. It's very like just relaxing and chill. We can go from pull to pull. I don't have to worry really a lot about even having my HP. Like we seem to be good. I think eventually we'll have to like eat more food and bandage more often, but yeah, it's been fun. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, Alex, the power went out in the storm, and then I had to deal with a troll issue, who I let into my Discord and had to like blow my Discord out, and yep, I had a couple things happen simultaneously, basically. Yes, Grumpy, they are getting Draenei with red skin, absolutely. Yeah, they're getting the Eridar skin, which is absolutely amazing. Makes me regret making my Warlock a Void Elf. I think I'm gonna do like Eridar Rogue. Seems like it might be fun. in retail. I'm hoping they do a rework of the Rogue in retail. I feel like they might, like the way they did the Mage recently. And that would be cool to do like an Eridar Rogue.
Peace be with
It's gonna be awesome.
Goddess, watch your
What was that one? Offer the sacrifice. Okay, let's go down here. Yeah, the troll started in stream. He wasn't happy with the responses that he got out of me and then my lack of responding to him. And so he bombed the Discord because, you know, I'd put a public link in my in the description of the video. Because, you know, I tend to just like kind of trust people, but I realize now that I can't trust people, so when I get the Discord fixed up and purged, it's going to have to be members only, so that at least if you're going to blow up my Discord, you're going to pay me a couple dollars first. It's like some kind of barrier to entry, basically. And I don't want it to have to be that way, but it's going to have to.
Asha Fela.
Red space aliens instead of blue. Yeah, it's more like red demons instead of blue space goats. It's almost like an opposite thing. Discord is not. I've had to delete every single channel that exists. So yes, technically the Discord is down, but technically it's not. Technically there's just no way to do anything in it. Technically there's no way to do anything in the Discord right now because there's not a single channel. I just deleted all the channels. I couldn't even deal with it. It made me realize how easy it is for someone to do that. And then, like, because I'm stupid about the internet, mainly because I'm an old person, but also because, like, I don't really engage with stuff. And so, like, you know, I should have realized how easy it would be for a troll to take their activities to Discord when I'm putting, like, a public link in the description of a video. It should have been really obvious to me, but, you know, I'm naive and stupid, so... Yeah, I need mods there, but like I'm not at a point where I'm gonna have mods in my Discord. It's like, yeah, like I'm a small channel and like I don't even Discord well myself. I'm hardly ever active on it. There are entire days when I don't open Discord. For me, Discord is for like it was more for you guys to kind of meet up and if you wanted to group up and stuff, find out where people were playing at, and then eventually if we did stuff together as a group, we would use the voice channels. That was really all the Discord ever was for me. I'm not like a huge Discord person. And I don't like communicate well in text, I don't feel, so I tend to avoid it when I can. I think we're done here for now. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I'm gonna get up and running, but it's gonna have to be a members only Discord, which sucks, but it is what it is. Yeah, I don't think we have anything left to do here. I think we are bound back for Loch Modan at this point. Maybe I could at least get us on a boat here. Tom, you're not the only one. I used to get lost in pretty much every city that wasn't Stormwind or Orgrimmar, because those are the only places where I ever spent like a lot of time. So like everywhere else is like constant map checking. I don't know. Do I have the flight point? Yeah, I think I do. Thunderbluff is terrible because I never know what elevation I need to be at, and there's like 3 different elevations, and I can never figure it out. Oh wow, Tom. Yeah, it's like also like there's no way you would know. Like I'm sure I found out because my friend told me when I started playing. You know, he probably explained to me how to travel around. I had to explain to my wife how to travel around. When she was in Classic, I was trying to show her how to zone hop, and I realized that like if you don't know about the tram, then there's really no reason for you to ever know about the tram. Unlike flight points, I don't think there's a quest that like tutorializes you to the tram, and there should be. There should be a quest in the dwarf area and the human area that tutorializes the use of the tram, because from what I know right now there's not. And yeah, I can definitely see someone playing for a long time and just never realizing it's there. Red Robin, we had a troll. He wasn't happy here in the stream because like I didn't react to his questions the way he wanted me to or expected me to. and then I started to ignore him and not respond at all. And so I had put a link to the Discord in the description, as I sometimes do. It made it a public link, and you know, he capitalized on that and decided to blow up the Discord with some really awful shit. So I just deleted all the rooms, and unfortunately now, if the Discord does come back up after the purge, it's going to have to be members only. So that if someone is going to like destroy my Discord and make me delete a bunch of rooms, they're at least going to pay me a couple dollars first. Because I don't have time in my life for that kind of stuff. And I don't do a lot on Discord anyway. To me, it was just a place where we could like maybe do the voice chat whenever we did 5-mans, and a place for you guys to hang out and kind of find out where everybody's playing and stuff like that. So like I'm not like super attached to it, honestly. And I definitely don't want to have to worry about troll attacks happening on it daily, you know. That's the last thing I want to have to worry about when I'm doing a stream. Is like, what asshole is going to go to my Discord because I didn't say the things he wanted me to say. So yeah, it might just not come back up. I'm not sure yet. What boat do I want here? Oh, I don't know. It doesn't matter because the boat's gone. Teldrassil, I want Menethil. Yep. Maybe we can fish a little bit. Well, Clint, what he wanted was me to react. You know what I mean? He came in to asking me why I was bald when I didn't really give a shit about that. I gave him an honest answer about that. He didn't like it. I think that they like to get people upset. And like I have pretty good troll senses now, so like I'm not gonna get upset. I probably should have just removed him right away, but had I removed him right away, the result probably would have been the same. Instead, I honestly answered a couple of his stupid questions, and then I just ignored everything else he said after he was going to keep at it. They just want people to react so they can feel like, since they're not in control of themselves or their lives, it makes them feel better to feel like they can control somebody else's emotional state. That's like the way they keep going. That's how all trolls are. All trolls, they get pleasure when they make somebody else react because it makes them feel like they finally have control over something. Because they probably control so little about their own existence that when they can make somebody react or answer a question or say a certain thing, they get like that endorphin rush, you know? And it's probably the only thing that makes them feel pleasure because they get well and truly twisted living like that. Yeah, bullying. I guess that's a fair like comparison. It kind of is like. At the same time, like ultimately, there's no repercussions, you know, for them or even for me. Like I blew out some Discord channels, you know, not a big deal at my level. I don't really care. So no matter what happened, like he never got the reaction he wanted. I mean, I had to delete the Discord channels. Ultimately, that's something that sucks, but it's not something that I majorly care about, unfortunately. At the end of the day, like I'm here to hang out with you guys and play WoW. Yeah, I know some people even in their chats, they do members only in the chats. I don't want to do that. Like, so many of you guys that I talk to daily and enjoy hanging out with, like, are not members, and like you shouldn't have to be to hang out. So yeah, I don't want to do like a members only in the chat. But what I'm gonna do from now on, like as soon as my sense is tingling for a troll, I'm going to immediately remove them from the channel. So like sometimes you guys will just see somebody ask what seems to be an innocuous and innocent question, and then I will remove them. And you might think to yourselves, oh, that was kind of abrupt and sudden, but like you just have to trust me. That I know what kinds of questions, when somebody comes in and they're not a member and I don't know their name, I can read the first thing that they say and I know if they're a troll or not. And so it's going to seem jarring sometimes when I simply remove people, but you just have to trust me. Because, yeah, the alternative is, like, locking down the stream chat, which I'm not going to do. I like how this boat, guys, you saw the boat? It wasn't there and then it was there. What happened with the boat just now? Oh god, I fell off. We're not getting on this boat today. We're not getting on the boat today. It's not happening. Yeah, that was awesome. Like, it looked like it was pulling away and then it was gone, but then it was back. I've never seen the boat bug out in my life. This is a sign. Yeah. Yeah, this is it. That's all I needed. Yeah, that was enough for me. That's been enough for me. Guys, I'm gonna park it at this inn, and I'm gonna call the stream for today. It's getting on towards dinner time. I'm getting hungry. I need to stretch my legs. It's been fun hanging out. You know, we had a troll, we had a power outage situation. A couple of things happened at the end of the stream that kind of sucked, but the stream was good. I had a good time with you guys, and I appreciate y'all being here. I don't know if I'm going to be back on this evening to do the Wrath 5-mans or not. It's not likely that I'll be on tonight for that. But I will be on tomorrow morning, earlier than today, so I hope to be able to see you guys then. Until next time, take care of yourselves out there in the real world, and take care of each other, and we will see you back in Azeroth again very soon. Bye for now.